Hey guys, it's K Legacy here with a team showcase, and I'll be probably uploading like two or three of these this week because I want to have a showcase of all of my finished X and Y teams since X and Y is coming to a close. So I don't mind if people know all my good teams. I may keep like one good team to myself in case I don't know I want to play a serious game and I know there's sub to my channel or whatever. Yeah. So this is a pretty stally team. Not like complete stall. Like there's some. It's not like full out stall, but it's just. I'd say it speaks to a stall team. So the point of this team is to spam burn with Scald, Lava Plume, and Will-O-Wisp, and also spamming poison with toxic, and then just faking out everything to death, and just keeping things from setting up with like roar and stuff. And I can keep resting and aromatherapying with my Xerneas. So let's just go into the team. So first I have just a standard king. He's kind of with fake out, frustration, crunch, and sucker punch. Crunch ghost types. It two hits Giratina. Most of the time, depending how bulky it is. If it's not a very bulky Giratina, I can just two hit it with crunch if I catch it on the switch. Sucker Punch is really nice. Scrappy's the only ability you can run. Fake Out you need because it another turn of Toxic or Burn. Frustration is just so fucking strong, and Max Speed because he's speed type all the other base 100s. Next we have Giratina, and max HP, almost max defense, and a bit of speed creep. Willows is amazing for things like Groudon, and I need it to check E-Killer. Defogs, it's a reliable defogger. Stone Edge is for Ho-Oh, because I can like dodge an Earthquake, Stone Edge, or have them like go for a Brave Bird, stay in, and just Stone Edge. So it's nice for Ho-Oh. And Shadow Sneak's just good priority. Um, and sometimes it checks Blaziken if Xerneas takes too much. I can use it to check Xerneas. I have like 6 moveset syndrome on this. Like I want to run Stone Edge, Earthquake, Dragon Tail, Shadow Sneak, Defog, and Will-O-Wisp. Like these were just the 4 most optimal moves for me to run. Next we have Arrest Dialga, which I got the idea from Steel Jackal, and that's where I got the Dialga, Giratina, and Heatran core from watching one of his games. And yeah, so just Draco Meteor is a hard hitting stab move, uninvested, it still hits like a truck. Fire Blaster for things like Scissor, Ferrothorn, Klefki, all of that shit. Toxic, so I can like Toxic Xerneas and other things to switch in. So I can still do damage or things as long as I can still do damage to things even if my special attack is like -2 or -3 or -4. And Fire Blast is also good coverage moves because it hits everything that's immune to Toxic. Well, it hits all the Steel types that are immune to Toxic super effectively. Poison types can be annoying for this team, but that's whatever. The only good ones are like Tentacruel and Arceus Poison anyways. Take Weezing's alright, but that's never a threat. And yeah, there's max push defense, so I can like live, so I can like have a toxic like the Xerneas. If it's not Geomancy, I can like rest stall a whole bunch of turns. This is after Heatran and Kyogre being my main Geo Xerneas checks. This is kind of like a third one. Next I have the same Xerneas I've always been running. It's like specially defensive set and all that. Or special and physical defense, time of speed creep, max HP. And Sleep Talk, Chroma, Rest, Moonblast. I sort of have like the 4 moveset syndrome because I want a 5th one. I would kind of like to have like Roar on this. I really wish I had another phase move in either Giratina or Xerneas, but whatever. That's the one thing this team is missing. Moonblast still hits hard, Aromatherapy gets rid of things that are sleeping, Rest, Sleep Talk, because Xerneas is his only way of recovering health. Next we have Heatran. It's a really good core with it's a really good core with Dialga and Giratina, because Giratina and Dialga, they all cover each other's weaknesses great. And this is my only thing weak to water, and I have 3 resists to it. I have an immunity and a resist to fighting, and I have a immunity to ground. So yeah, all of Heatran's weaknesses are covered very well. Lava Plume for burn, toxic, and I need Stealth Rocks because I have Resin Dialga, so I can't have Protect, which I would like to have in a lot of scenarios. But I've lost very few games because I didn't have Protect, and I've definitely won more games having Stealth Rocks or Roar or Toxic. So out of the 5 moves I wanted to have there, Protect was the least needed. We also have, and I decided to use Leftovers because the regeneration is really nice, and I didn't need Shoppleberry because I have a specially defensive Kyogre which can Roid out as well, and I have Dialga that can live a Moonblast and Toxic. I have Kangaskhan and like Fake Out and stuff. If I like burned it or toxic it when it switched in. So although it is possible that I could lose to a GeoX Zern, it's not. It's never like a huge threat. It puts some work in against my team, but I never like see a Xerneas go with Geomancy and like, crap, I'm winning a swept. Like that hardly ever happens. So it's pretty safe from GeoX Zern. Heatran, Dialga, Kyogre, they all handle regular Xern just fine, so that's never a threat. Shadow Force Lumberry E-Killer beats my team. Unless like I Will-O-Wisp for Toxic it on like a switch and burn the Slumberry. So that's a threat, but because this is EV to live 1 Shadow Force, but like if the thing takes prior damage, it's like a Lumberry Shadow Force E-Killer, I lost. So that sucks a lot. But that's like the only huge threat. Ho-Oh against a good player is sometimes bad because there's a lot of 50-50s involved, which isn't ideal. But yeah, there's not a lot of Mewtwo can be a pretty decent threat to my team, but there's not really like Specs Kyogre is a huge threat to this team. Like Specs Kyogre is such a threat. Specs Kyogre is probably the biggest threat to this team. So yeah, because Specs Kyogre is 2 hits Dialga with like Surf, and Kyogre gets 2 hit by Thunder. So like I have to predict correctly every single time. Warspout I think 2 hit KOs is Kyogre. So that can tear this team apart. That's easily the biggest threat to this team. So yeah, this team I ladder with it for most of the suspect tests. So it is a really nice team on the ladder. It's good against serious players. And yeah, I really like this team. It's sort of stally, but I do like bulky teams rather than frail teams. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.